Hi guys, Spino here. I know I'm a little bit late, but let's talk about the changes they did with Anaxa and Castrus for their V4 changes. Unfortunately, I was a little bit busy playing, Wuthering Waves while this beta drops, so that's why I'm a little bit late. But that's aside, let's talk about it. So huge buffs. Both characters got crazy buffs. Not crazy, but technically they got both buffed. So let's start with Castrus. So simply her, not her, Polix, her Memo Sprite's damage increase got a slight boost. If you want to know the exact number, you guys can go check out the website. Simply the Dragon's Breath attack got a multiplier increase. That's it. That's all the buffs on E0 Castrus. And her E1 now kind of got broken. Like, I think her E1 is really strong now. Simply, it's like an execution. The lower the enemy are, the more damage they take. So if they're below 30%, they will take more damage. If they're below 20%, they will take more damage. So it's literally an execution, technically. And okay, it's a pretty solid buff. And her old E1 now changed. I think it got swapped into her trace. So her old E1 was, I think it was like her damage was, depending on the max health, it got changed to her trace now. I think one of her trace is literally now that thing. And her global buff is still there. It's still there. Her lunar cocoon thingy is still there. I don't know what's going to happen with it. Like I said, the only way they're going to probably take out the global buff is if they get some backlash from the live stream. And I don't think that's going to happen because a lot of people like this for some reason. But yeah, whatever. Moving on to Anaxa. I think Anaxa got decent buffs. I'm not going to say it's like game breaking, but his ulti and skill multiplier got boost, like nice amount of damage boost. And I think one of his traces was like defense percentage. It got changed to HP percentage. I don't know what difference that's gonna make, but okay. And I think one of his main traces, I think one of his ascension traces, I think it's the crit rate ascension trace. It got buffed. Now he gets more crit rate on his trace. That's pretty good as well. And he also gets a defense ignore on his, I think it's also on his trace. I think it's also on his ascension trace. The defense ignore also got better. So his personal damage got buffed really well. So you might see some pretty decent damage from him. I still don't believe he's like must have for Herda teams, but his damage will be more better now with these buffs. Oh, also his, I think it's like the more, I think, what is that trace? I don't remember that trace, but I think the more erudition units he has, I think he has a damage boost. That trace also got buffed. So technically, all around buffs for Anaxa. His Lycon is okay. I think his Lycon is only good for him. So whatever. Yeah. Now I remember the defense ignores. Simply the more elemental weakness the enemy has, he's gonna have more defense ignore. So that trace also got buffed. So that's it for Anaxa. He just got buffs. Simply, he got damage multiplier buffs on all of his things. On his skill, ulti, all of his traces simply got buffed, flat out buffed. So we just have to wait for his numbers, and I think he's probably gonna be okayish. I still don't think he's a must pull, but I think he's gonna be okayish. I hope people stop doom posting him now because, oh my god, people are pissed for some reason. And yep. So, in my opinion, Castrus, again, is looking pretty solid. The only problem is the global buff, not the biggest fan, but it's still there, so, yep. And about her E1, now her E1 is really strong. I mean, it's like an execution. You're literally going to destroy anything below 40% health, right? You're just going to do so much more damage. I think it's really strong. Her Lycon is also pretty good, but now with these, damage boosts on her Memo Sprite, her Polix, so I think for F2 piece, you don't need to get the Lycon, but I think her Lycon will be good just because you don't have that many good options, right? So I still think Castrus is more like a pay-to-win character, but it is what it is. And Anaxa, I think Anaxa is solid for Herda teams, but I don't think he's a must-have even with these buffs. We just have to wait, I think. We just have to wait for these units. But that's it. That's the V1 changes. Simply, they're all buffs. Your favorite unit didn't got nerfed this time. They all got buffed, and yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this. I know it's like I don't know what to speak even because I'm just tired from streaming for almost 3 hours. I usually don't stream that long, okay? And I just wanted to, get this information out. By the way, this is from beta, so these things could change in the future. So always take these with a grain of salt, and see you guys on the next video. Bye.